Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Beautiful Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. We got an A quality stream coming at you. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm enjoying a little Celsius and life is good. I'm looking forward to a Q&A. I'm sad that there's no more contender series. It's like 1 week off. It didn't seem real that it was over, but now it's like, damn, there's no more contender series. Sucks. But it is what it is because the daily content doesn't stop. And I have more time to make creative videos now, which I view it as a positive. If you tuned in yesterday, I did a video reacting to Dana White's UFC 308 post-fight press conference. And I think it was a pretty well-received video, definitely a cult banger. Members Live more often. I'll be back on the Members Live train this week, bro, Thursday. And then at the end of this video, at the end of this stream, I have a video. I was sitting and looking at UFC 309 yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, this card is pretty bad. Like, this is our pay-per-view, second to last one to close out the year. And I think it's one of the worst of the year. And we have the main event, which is the title fight nobody's asked for. So I said, you know what? I got to drop a banger video for it. I got to drop an absolute banger. Bradley, I didn't make that video because I had other content that called my name, and I just felt like that video is so oversaturated in the community. So I wanted to go more the route of like my unique content, you know? Why did they cut Nicolau? He's lost 3 in a row. He's kind of fallen off after a good run up the ranks. He's not very marketable. Like, is there any Matthias Nicolau fans? I'm thinking that they cut Rebellis to Spain was funny, though. Rebellis to Spain turned out to be the Kwame Brown of MMA. The hype was unreal coming in. He was the next Ngannou. My God, he turned out to be a bust and a half. I don't think Rebellis to Spain is even getting picked up by PFL. I don't know where he's going to go. I think there's more of a chance that he goes to Karate Combat or something. Something where there's no ground game. Just watch him strike. But likelihood of him making any substantial run, even in the PFL, I think is super low. He's not good at all on the ground. And, there's some okay wrestlers in PFL. There's some guys that are well-rounded. I think Rebellis to Spain is a bust. The biggest bust of the year. I think, bro, the biggest bust of the past couple years. What's up, EMG Drug God? Good to see you, man. Dude, ground game is essential. If you have no grappling, you are missing an aspect of the fight. It's MMA. This is not kickboxing. If you can't get up from a takedown, you're absolutely fucked against anybody with halfway decent grappling. Austin Lane is not a great grappler, but he's a big, strong athlete, and he's heavy on top. Where's the clown outfit? That was just for Monday. I'm not wearing it all week. Monzi Man, thank you for the $5. Thank you for getting the dono train running. I'm going back and forth with the Dodgers game. LOL, let's go. Monzi Man, I don't know what's up with the Dodgers, but good luck to them. And big W to you, man. I appreciate you for the $5, buddy. Let's go. KS, good shit, man. I'm glad you enjoyed last week's picks. Up 14.5 units. Big W. Congrats. Who is the largest top 15 fighter Ilya could put out cold? Belal? I don't know if he would beat Belal. That's a little bit of a jump, but I mean, I think he could do good work at 155, especially against, some of the more average size guys. I don't think he's beaten Belal, though. I think Belal could be too much. But can you imagine somehow they did that fight and he chinned Belal? Paku, thank you for 9 months of membership. Big 9. Let's go, AJ in chat. I'm getting better at removing my bias on Aussies and CKB boys. I knew Khamzat would win, and I stayed away. Good shit, Paku. I'm glad that you've eliminated some of the OG bias. It's okay sometimes, but it can inhibit your ability to fairly call some matchups, which, could end up losing you money if you're betting. Thank you, Paku, for 9 months of membership. KS, thank you for $4.99. I appreciate you for the super sticker, dog. You know what I need to do, man? I need to trim my damn beard. You see how long this shit has gotten? My beard is looking messy. Shout out KS for the $4.99 again, bro. Thanks. Someone gift memberships. Chief Con a lot. Why don't you gift one? AJ, you the boss. Thanks for everything, bro. Jeremy, I got you, bro. I got you. The daily content, good times. Warrior MMA. KZ, you changed your whole vibe to Warrior MMA now? I'm going to have to get used to this. I didn't mean to fight like if he landed a clean shot. Oh, yeah. I think he could knock out probably Anthony Smith, too. He would chin Anthony Smith, dude. He would chin Anthony Smith. I would say Ilya Topuria, if he just got a clean shot on Smith, he knocks him out. I watched some tape. Be careful on Deniz. He keeps his left hand down in the pocket and can easily get KO'd. I respect that call, Rothwind, though. It's a nerve-wracking call to ride with Deniz over KO. Something told me to pick it. I have to listen to that voice in my head. Guys, we're at 12 likes. Let's get 20 likes up in here for a nice comeback stream. Good to be back on a Tuesday. Sad there's no contender series. Sorry about no live stream on Sunday. The reason I took Sunday off, bro, is I just needed a rest and reset day. AJ's absolutely next level. Let's go, Manziman. You're a G. Enjoy your beers, Paku. Enjoy yourself. I'm picking Oliveira to beat Chandler and then hopefully Oliveira versus Holloway. I would love to see that fight. I mean, their first fight was so inconclusive. Why not do a rematch? I'm in. I'm all in on the rematch. What's up, Exploit? Topuria could probably chin Johnny Walker. True, Johnny Walker's another one. It's more of a proper channel name. I respect that. I don't know. I was just so used to KZ. I'll call you KZ until, you know, slowly but surely Warrior MMA will just be what I know you as. I agree that UFC 309 is bad. The main event is something no one wants, and compared to other MSG cards, it's pretty weak. Yeah, facts, Bo. That's why I got this video set up, man. I'm like, you know what? I have to drop a video talking about this lackluster card. And I think that my reasoning behind it is money. You guys know me. I don't just try to bitch and complain about every card. It's not my style of content. My style of content is honesty, okay? Whether it's analysis or whether it's me talking about a news, drama, whatever, like the Dana White video. And same with this damn UFC 309 card. I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is not a good pay-per-view. And I'm stacking it up with recent pay-per-views, and it's by far one of the worst. The What's Next video on 308 doesn't really seem worth it right now, man. I dropped other videos, bro. It happens sometimes. There's only so many videos I can make, and that Dana White post-fight press conference reaction video I had to make. I had to, bro. I literally watched it, and I was like, I need to react to this. I can't go quiet on this. I have to stand and, kind of give my take on the whole scenario or whatever scenario he's pushing, the fake news. UFC 309 will be a disaster. That's funny as fuck. It's a different title, bro. It's a different title. It's not going to be a disaster. It's more simple than that. That was a classic, though. UFC 300 will be a disaster. I like this video, though. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's about almost 20 minutes long. Pretty straight to the point with my reasoning. I mean, it's mostly about the main card. I don't really talk about the prelims. It's about the actual pay-per-view. AJ, what's your top 5 favorite fighters active? Jort Creamer, thank you for the $2.79 and a good question. So, Khamzat Chimaev, I would say, is amongst my, top caliber faves. I would also say John Jones, even though he's not been active as of late. He's fighting soon. I've always been a Jones fan. Doesn't mean I'm going to be rooting for him against Tom Aspinall, though. I'm probably picking Aspinall. But regardless, I like Carlos Prates a lot now. I've been really hype on Kyle Barajo, especially after beating Jared Cannonier. He definitely earned my respect. And I would say Gene Silva. I'm liking those big 5 right now. Those are some of my faves. But the only absolute is Khamzat. Bro, the card order on UFC 309 is delusional. Hey, Rothwind, I hope he gives me a little respect and calls me out again as I bash UFC 309. If you look at UFC 309, it's crap, dude. John Jones, Stipe, good fight. Oliveira, Chandler, cool fight, but pointless rematch. And to be fair, Stipe shouldn't be fighting Jones for the belt, but it's still a cool fight, but it doesn't make sense. Corinne Silva, Araujo, not a main card fight. Bo Nickel, Paul Craig, I'll tolerate it because Bo always gets some main card treatment. Weidman, Anders, it's a prelim fight. Only reason it's on the main card is because Weidman's from New York. Krylov versus Mirzakhanov. It's a cool fight on a damn fight night. They should have done it at the Apex in a co-main event. Jonathan Martinez, Marcus McGee. I mean, it's a main card opener on a, fight night card. Definitely a prelim bout. Not a horrible fight, though. Jim Miller, Damon Jackson. Battle of crafty veterans. Cool to see Jim Miller still fighting, I guess, but not high-level MMA. Mickey Gall, Ramiz Brahimaj, shit. Basil Efez, Oban Elliott. Cool fight on the prelims. Veronica Hardy, Eduardo Mora, crap. And then, obviously, Smith and Reyes got canceled. It's a pretty shitty card, man. And I don't even heavily roast the prelims in my video. It's more so focused on the damn main card. UFC 309 is awful. Yeah, the video's dropping at the end. I'm dropping another one, Youssef. Yeah, this time it's UFC 309 is a disgrace. That's the title. I'll spoil it now. UFC 309 is a disgrace. And it is a fucking disgrace. I'm not just trying to kiss ass and hype shit up. Or I guess kick ass, bro. I'm trying to be honest, bro. I'm trying to give base takes that I really believe. And I was at the gym and I was talking to a friend of mine. And he was like, yeah, what's the next pay-per-view? 309. And I was looking at the card and I'm like, this card is shit. I'm like, I got to make a video talking about this card. I'm passionate about this. Dana's got to call me out again. Good. Good. I hope that he does. Right. Nobody wants to see Jones versus Stipe. AJ, you've been on it with the content. Good shit. Hey, thank you, MMA Vulture. You too, bro. I appreciate it. I'm just making magic happen, bro. I got a lot to say. And now that the Contender Series is gone, I can have fun with actually doing my reaction videos to news. The thing with Contender Series, it's not so much the recording of the video that takes a lot of time. It's just the whole process of taking all notes and then recording and then uploading and doing Moneyline and doing Moneyline graphics all on Monday. It essentially overwhelms my Monday, and then Tuesday is a fight companion. So like during Contender Series, it's harder for me to do news stuff because it just becomes such an add-on, whereas Contender Series is the focus. Whereas without Contender Series, bro, I got plenty of time to drop extra content. Contender Series doesn't start again until August, MMA Vulture. I like that you're listening to me at the gym, bro. Go pump some gains. Let's fucking go. That vid is about to be funny as fuck. Hell yeah, Useless. I think you'll like it. I'm straight up with it, too. I don't hold any punches. I'm honest with everything, and I think my reasons are going to make anybody believe, like, damn, 309 is shit. This is crap, man. This is BS. You're a savage, AJ. Thank you, Nunez, uncle. You think Makhachev will stay in lightweight long enough until Topuria can move up? If Topuria beats Volkanovski and Lopez, I'm assuming then he would get the chance to jump up. But I would say it really depends on how the fight with Makhachev and Sarukian goes, as well as probably going to be based upon the result of Shavkat and Bilal, because I don't know. I feel like Jones might beat Stipe in the third round, something like that, I was thinking. Thank God we have 310 after this trash UFC 309 card. Thank God is right. UFC 309, I couldn't fathom how bad they made it until I actually looked at the main card. I'm like, wow, this is our main card. Like it fucked with me a bit because we've been having such good cards as of recent. I'm like, okay, I'm thinking we're following suit. It's good cards. And then they throw us a trash card. UFC 309 is trash for the same reason you said that Francis versus Ngannou card was bad, but I think Jones alone gets 500K pay-per-view buys. You think Jones alone is getting 500K pay-per-view buys? I don't know. Miles John's interview? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It might not be easy to set up, bro. UFC 309 is worse than 307, and it was put together so last second. It shows, man. They can have all the time in the world. If they don't give us the fights we want, it goes to shit. I mean, who really asked for Oliveira and Chandler too? Like, really, who the fuck is excited? Like, oh, let's do the rematch. Like, yeah, that's the fight I want. No, it doesn't make any sense. In all actuality, Charles Oliveira is giving Michael Chandler an opportunity, which he simply doesn't deserve. Recent losses for Chandler are recent wins for Oliveira. He fucked up the two guys that recently fucked him up, being Poirier and Gaethje. I don't get it. Only reason to buy 309 is you enjoy that once a month watch party with your friends. Listen, I enjoy it with my people right here. I'll be live for the whole card. UFC 310 is low-key really good, even though though Bilal, what's his name, would headline a pay-per-view. Who would have ever thought? That's funny, Bradley. Do we think Topuria will KO Islam? I think he has the power to do it. I need to see how him and, a new face goes. Obviously, he'll beat Volkanovski. I could probably get you an interview with Navo Sterling. I know him and some of the city kickboxing boys. I would honestly like to do an in-person fucking interview or like a workout with one of them from city kickboxing because they're coming to Tampa and I live in the area. So I was thinking, I don't know, maybe I can get like an in-person fucking role or something like that. Like they can just, give me a little fucking grappling or kickboxing lesson, sparring with ex-fighter from city kickboxing. Imagine somehow we get Adesanya. That'd be fucking crazy. Yeah, he's just kind of giving him the chance. The thing is, Chandler didn't really give opportunity to Oliveira, though. Chandler had, one UFC fight, and they gave him the title shot? Whereas Oliveira been going at it for years. I mean, I know he had an impressive win early on against Dan Hooker, but since then, his biggest win is fucking Michael Chandler. Or excuse me, it's Tony Ferguson. I know Chandler's win against Ferguson is legendary in how it went down, but the actual win is not that impressive. I mean, dog, it's Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is well past his best days, and I would consider him to be completely washed at this point. And even fighting Chandler, he dropped him. Yeah, I agree. I think Chandler got gifted an opportunity then, and he's getting gifted another opportunity. Simply because he chose to wait on the sidelines for Conor McGregor. It's dumb. He's going to lose. Chandler's also 38. Oliveira is probably going to knock him out again. Might be live to submit him too. I'm going with Oliveira for sure. I think he's going to do serious damage in a violent fight against Michael Chandler. He finishes him. I really think he is live for the KO. How would 2016 Yoel Romero do against Khamzat? That would be fucking crazy. I would probably pick Khamzat, but Yoel Romero could catch him with a flying knee. Fighters release. Jessica Penne makes sense. Rebellis to Spain makes sense. Matthias Nicolau makes sense. Vinicius Salvador makes sense. Tamaris Vidal makes sense. Jesse Butler makes sense. Charles Lampos Guerrero makes sense. Yeah, all of them don't deserve to be in the UFC any longer. Sparring sesh with someone from the Tampa card for content, or at least someone from the team. I don't know if someone that's fighting that week will want me to, spar with them. I don't know if they'd be down for that, but maybe like somebody that's associated with them. That'd be pretty dope. The UFC probably just feels bad for how he got fucked by Conor. The thing is, they were a part of that, no? I feel like if the UFC really wanted to make Conor versus Chandler, they would have. Let me tell you why. I think they're using Conor McGregor as a selling point for their new TV deal in 2025. Jones is definitely going to whoop Stipe. I just don't know how quick. Stipe's 42. He hasn't fought in 3.5 fucking years, bro. 3.5 years and you get a title fight against a fighter in Jones who also is rarely fighting when you literally have a top caliber interim champ who has defended the belt just sitting there. It's a shame, yo. Workout interviews. That'd be kind of fun, yeah. Bo Nickel needs to show me something against somebody good, man. Even Paul Craig is not good enough for me to say he'd beat Khamzat. Yeah, coming off a violent KO loss. I see why Dana White is so bashful towards Francis Ngannou. For fuck's sake, they literally have an Ngannou victim fighting for the damn heavyweight belt. Can you imagine if Stipe wins, though? How bad will that look for the fucking UFC? Ngannou will be laughing his way over to some type of interview, and then Dana White will have an angry follow-up. If John Jones loses, Dana White is going to be fucking irate. He's going to lose his mind. He might not do a post-fight interview if he loses. Tony thought that kick was going to the body, and Chandler ninja kicked Tony out with that face kick. It was a sick KO, but it's Tony Ferguson. Kavinsky, you're the GOAT, bro. How many likes do we got? Guys, we're at 30 likes. Let's get 35 likes up in here, and I'll do a Ripski for the people. This is the true comeback live stream. back with the daily lives from here on out, and I'm very happy about it, man. Did you guys like how I dressed up like a clown yesterday for Moneyline? That was fucking hilarious. It was the Joker, the Jersey Joker. I thought it was really funny. If Jones loses, bro, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Jones needs to fight Aspinall, though. That's the real fight. Aspinall, in my opinion, is the real champ. He's got a fucking title defense of an interim belt. This is crazy. It's lunacy, actually. The Joker paint was funny as fuck. Let's go. Let's go, KZ. Warrior MMA says to B. Willie, Finch isn't here. Seems like he's living in your head. Yeah, B. Willie's got a vendetta against Finch, bro. He loses sleep over Mike Finch, bro. Why are you so obsessed with Finch? What did Finch do to you? What did Finch do to you? Can somebody send this spammer out? I don't know what the hell he's saying. If Jones loses, Dana's on suicide watch. Yeah, facts, dude. He might hang himself from the fucking rafters in the damn Madison Square Garden. Holy shit. Dana's going to be irate if John Jones loses. We need to do Tommy Aspinall, John Jones, though. That has to happen. Or Stipe, whatever. Whoever wins. If not, I think it fucks the UFC out of a mega fight. And then we're definitely going to see Alex Pereira have to, jump up and wait because they're going to have to set up something big. All right, I owe you guys a Lipski. I'm going to do it right now. There we go. Lipski time. It's time for the rips. It's Lipski time. Jones duck Francis, now Tom. Right? Like, they say, oh, Francis duck Jones. I just call bullshit. Dana White's using that because he lost the negotiation. They fumbled, though. If I was Dana White, I would say, fuck my ego. Let's do Francis and Jones. I'll pay him what he wants. Let's give him the boxing fight. Fuck it. Why not? You did it for Conor. Oh, but Conor's a bigger star. Bro, he's your heavyweight champion. He wants to try boxing. You should get behind it. If Francis Ngannou would have been the UFC heavyweight champ and he would have done that to Tyson Fury, he almost would have been bigger now than ever before. And it would have been a good move for the UFC because he then wouldn't fight against freaking Anthony Joshua right after. Instead, he would have went back to MMA. Then he would have went back to MMA being considered the best boxer in the fucking world and probably would have got a rematch with Fury out the gate. Dana White and the UFC fumbled on Francis. 1,000%. Dana White and the UFC fumbled, and they fumbled by not having confidence in their heavyweight champ in a boxing match with Tyson Fury. And if they would have, we would have had the Fury fight and we would have got the Jones fight for Ngannou, which would have been fucking epic. But Dana White, just what Warrior MMA, aka KZ, said, his ego's too big to admit he's wrong. His ego was too big to pay the man what he was worth and give him a fucking chance. Jamie Ham, what's up, bro? Dana needs to accept he fucked over Francis. Why can't he accept that when he's supposedly, according to him, a lovely person who's taking care of his people? That's not what Dana is. That's not what Dana is, yo. Unfortunately, Dana's a cutthroat businessman, and sometimes he's blinded by his ego and his anger. And instead of doing the right thing, which is setting up the Francis Ngannou John Jones fight by any means necessary. And that means allowing Francis Ngannou to box Tyson Fury, which we saw the outcome. It went fantastic. And I swear to God, it would have been better for the UFC. It would have looked better. He would have defended MMA great in boxing. Then he wouldn't have done the Joshua fight and got chinned. Big mistake. Big mistake. I really believe that the UFC fumbled that one. It makes me sad because if they would have said yes to him, I'm sure if boxing was approved by the UFC, Francis would have been willing to sign. I don't buy the narrative that he's had so many demands. The boxing was the main one. You meet him in the middle, give him boxing, he'd be in. Dana cares all about views. Well, that would have got hella views. That was a mistake. They lost the heavyweight champion. It's a fucking mistake. And with John Jones as the champ, it's cool. He's an absolute goat of MMA. But him fighting Stipe is a joke. It's a joke fight. He's just playing business and taking the biggest money for the least risk. He has the ability. If 2015 John ducked Aspinall, okay, so he's scared. I mean, he should step in there and fight him. Let's make the biggest fight possible, but it probably ain't going to happen. I won't hold my breath on Jones Aspinall, but it would be very goat shit of John Jones to fight Aspinall. He further solidifies himself as the GOAT. If John Jones beats Tom Aspinall, John Jones is the GOAT, but it's like he's the GOAT forever. He's locked as the GOAT. Who the fuck can match that resume? It's not possible, I don't think. He's already far ahead, right, as the GOAT. But there could be somebody that comes along that beats John Jones in the GOAT combo. A John Jones who becomes a heavyweight champ and a John Jones who beats Tom Aspinall, the best heavyweight in the UFC right now, is a GOAT. Even though the Francis Ngannou fight might never materialize, beating Aspinall would be a close number 2, and I think would solidify him as the greatest of all time. Like, he already is the greatest of all time, but what I'm saying is it puts him way ahead. There's no more arguing. I hope Stipe drops out of the fight. Bro, Tom will be the backup fighter, but he won't be fighting against John Jones. Alex Pereira will step in and fight Tom Aspinall. Let me tell you exactly what will happen. If John Jones pulls out, I do believe Stipe would be more likely to be willing to fight Aspinall. But if Stipe pulls out, John Jones will not fight Aspinall. John Jones will say no, and then they will do Pereira versus Aspinall. It's a horrible thing. It could go so sideways. I don't believe that John Jones would fight short notice against Aspinall. Exactly. He didn't fight Chael Sonnen on short notice. Now he's going to fight Tom Aspinall on short notice? 0% chance. He will not be willing to take it. Instead, he will cause for the UFC to scramble and make a new main event. That is why I believe the UFC more than likely has standby with Tom Aspinall. And if it's not Aspinall versus Pereira, it would be Aspinall versus Cyril Gane, who's fighting a couple weeks later at UFC 310, or Volkov potentially. Stipe's last fight was 3.5 years ago, and it was a knockout loss to Francis Ngannou. So Ngannou is still roped in amongst the elite. Do you know, chat, who's the last win for Stipe? Don't look it up. Just type it off the top of your head. If you don't know, just say, I don't know. The last win for Stipe Miocic. You know who it was. It was fucking Daniel Cormier, bro. DC, UFC commentator extraordinaire. He has fought Daniel Cormier in 3 out of his last 4 fights. A loss to Cormier, 2 wins against him, and then a loss to Ngannou. Oh, and before he fought Cormier and lost the first time, it was a fight that he won against Francis. Bro, he hasn't won a fight in the 2020s, dog. I think it was actually 2020, but let me double check. Stipe beat Daniel Cormier in 2020, August. That was his last win. What's up, Gushi Amamba? What's going on? If you could remove one fighter from the roster, who would it be? It would have been Rebellis Despain. Stipe doesn't have a single win over anyone still in the UFC. He's slowly becoming Paulo Costa. What the fuck? It's insane, bro. I understand like title fights based on merit when there's a lacking of availability, but yo, we literally have an interim champ who's defended the interim belt sitting there like, hey, I'm ready for a title fight. But no, we're going to give it to Stipe, who hasn't beaten anybody in the top 15 or anybody that's still in the UFC. Wow. I get it. He beat Cormier, who's one of the, greater fighters of all time. But it was a long time ago. It was a lifetime ago. It's insane. The era that Stipe Miocic dominated was not the new generation. UFC 308 and UFC 309's main event is a complete opposite, okay? UFC 308's main event was the new generation Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway, who was the BMF champ and still amongst the elite. UFC 309's main event is the old era heavyweight champ, Stipe Miocic, who dominated in the 2010s and is now 42, taking on Jon Jones, who has been very inconsistent with fighting, won the heavyweight title against Serhiy Gane for a vacant belt. Okay, hasn't fought since then. And also was primed in the 2010s, yo. So, like, it's so weird to me that we have this fight happening when it's like a few weeks removed from something completely different. Like co-main event, Khamzat Chimaev emerged as, the new face of middleweight. Really weird. Really weird. When you really look at it like that, it's strange. Release Conor. He doesn't fight and hasn't won in almost a decade apart from the gifted decision to Nate and rigged scrap versus Cowboy. They want to keep Conor around for one more, but I won't hold my breath on a Conor McGregor fight. That's why I'm talking about Oliveira versus Holloway, not Oliveira versus Conor. When John versus Stipe actually happens, I guarantee everyone will hype for it. I'm not saying it isn't a cool fight. I'm just saying this is not the true best heavyweight in the world fight. You get what I mean? It's a cool fight. If there was not a belt on the line, they set up a legacy fight and they put a legacy belt on the line. It's all right, cool, like a BMF, but like a legacy championship. But instead, you're holding up the heavyweight division that literally has an interim champion that has looked unbeatable. Dana kind of put out there the other day that either Stipe or Jones would probably want to give the chance to a younger era. Dana White saying that is pure speculation on his part. He doesn't know that for a fact. And Jon Jones, in a recent interview, said he's retiring after this fight. So Dana might say that to sell the fight more so. But the reality is Dana White's a promoter, and he's not going to tell you guys the honest truth. He's going to tell you what sells the narrative and what sells the fight. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think's going on. And I think for a good amount of it, I'm right. Least favorite in bantamweight? Bro, ask me my least favorite fighter right now. I don't know. Maybe Aiemann Zahabi. For some reason, I just never pick him. If Stipe Jones happened 5 years ago, that would have been phenomenal. You think if Stipe wins, they're not going to do a rematch, though? That's the other issue. Is Jon Jones not going to want a rematch if he gets knocked out or loses to Stipe somehow? Are they not going to run it back and just hold up the heavyweight division longer? This is why I'm fucking jumping on this train and I'm pushing this out to you guys because, I don't know, I stand against this fight. I'll watch it. I'll predict it. I'll break it down. I'll try and enjoy it. I like the fight as far as the actual fight. I just don't like that it's holding up the heavyweight division. I don't think Stipe wins either. I think Jones definitely wins. I think that Dana would love to see Jones fight Aspinall, but they want to do the Stipe fight first and really milk the cow as much as they can. I think Jon Jones can out-wrestle Stipe. Stipe's old, man. I don't even know how his knees are going to hold up. He could end up getting finished with ground and pound pretty easily. I have no idea how Stipe is going to look. Having not fought in 3.5 years and coming off of a violent KO loss to Ngannou. He's literally 42. Jones is saying he's retiring. UFC could backdoor Jones, pay Stipe to fake an injury. Nah, they wouldn't do it. And Jones won't take the fight. Jon Jones would say no. You can't pressure Jon Jones in. He's going to say no. Listen, if Stipe can give it hell and make it a close fight, I'd love it, but I don't know. I would love to see a quick turnaround before Ramadan. Khamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis is huge. I have a weird feeling, though, and you guys might hate this, but I have a weird feeling that the UFC is still going to book this stupid Strickland fight, and then Khamzat's going to end up fighting the winner when they're prepared for, like a mega card this summer, maybe like an international fight week. I got a bad feeling about this. I was thinking about that earlier today. I have this weird feeling in my gut that we're going to watch Dricus and Strickland fight, and then Khamzat gets the winner, which is annoying because I want to see Khamzat versus Dricus as soon as possible. Dana wants Junkie Jones to be the Michael Jordan of MMA. That's funny. You wish Aspinall fought in the 2010s? I think those heavyweights and these heavyweights are similar level. I'm over Strickland too. Bro, Kavinsky, I promise you, Jones will not fight Tom Aspinall. It will either be Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane if Stipe pulls out, or it will be Tom Aspinall and Alex Pereira. Those are the only two scenarios I see. Kind of makes the card better, though. I'll be honest, in some weird world, I like the idea of Stipe pulling out so we can get Tom Aspinall and Poatan. Fuck it. Stipe pulls out, Tom Aspinall and Poatan is a better fight. It's a bigger pay-per-view, too, I think. I don't know, maybe the casual audience will be all up for the John Jones fight, but me as a hardcore that wants to see the best versus the best, I would love Aspinall versus Pereira. Aspinall Francis would be dope, but Francis is in the PFL and the UFC would not work with them. Now, I will say, though, you know how like boxing is consistently shit on? Like you guys know, boxing is shit on the regular. Oh, they don't put the best versus the best against one another. A big reason why they don't put the best versus the best against one another is promoters don't want to risk their champion or their high caliber contender losing to another promoter's fighter. In a sense, isn't Dana White doing the same thing by not being willing to do a crossover fight with Ngannou and Jones or Ngannou and Aspinall? Not saying that it would make business sense, but like, okay, you can't really shit on boxing too hard if the same thing is happening here where the promoter doesn't want to give another promoter a chance to beat his champion. I kind of think it's very similar, but let me tell you this. If it was boxing and they were both on ESPN Plus, I feel like they probably set it up, right? There's the same broadcast team. They could make it happen. Like, it's not like it's Showtime, PFL, and it's HBO for UFC. They're both on ESPN Plus, so they could finagle it. Obviously, it's a really risky business move, but I will say, in some senses, it kind of delegitimizes, I should say, the heavyweight belt by not doing the crossover fight, and then we really find out. I actually have a crazy idea. This idea will never happen, but let me say, what if we do this, guys? PFL versus UFC super fight. John Jones, Francis Ngannou, real heavyweight championship on the line. But if Francis Ngannou beats John Jones, he is then brought back into the UFC and must defend the title at least one time. So he becomes the heavyweight champ there again. I don't know. Crazy theory, probably would never happen. But like if the PFL said, okay, we'll put Francis on the line. If he wins, though, he's going back to the UFC. So in a sense, it's like the UFC right now has everything to lose. The PFL has everything to gain. So of course they wouldn't do it. But if the deal on the table was if Ngannou beats Jones, then he's re-signed and brought back to the UFC, then PFL has something to lose in the matchup. They're kind of fucked, right? Because then it's a lose-win situation. They would never do it. That's why. Like, I'm making up fantasy scenarios for fun, but it won't happen. Unfortunate that it won't happen, but it won't. It won't happen. We'll never know, which sucks. But unfortunately, that's kind of combat sports, bro. You don't always get the fights that you dream of. Exactly. It's like champs in boxing holding multiple belts. Guys, we have 45 likes. Can we get 50 likes up in here? That would be crazy, Danny Bucks, but they won't do it. Now, PFL, of course, is down because they have everything to gain. UFC has everything to lose. That's why I like that crazy idea. Whereas if Ngannou wins, he has to then fight in the UFC again. They won't do it, though. It's a 0% chance. Dana would never work with the PFL, the stubborn bastard. It's because it's a bad business move. But all I'm saying is don't shit on boxing for doing the same thing. Because that's what happens in boxing, too. Yeah, the winner would be absorbed into the other promotion, I guess. But it would only be on Francis' side. They're not letting fucking Jones go to PFL. It's not going to happen, guys. And that is why it is my fun pipe dream of the day. They won't make Khamzat fight once more, but he may have to wait until Sean Strickland versus Dricus goes down, which I hate. I'd probably pick Tank Davis to beat Topuria in boxing, but it'd be pretty crazy if Topuria was able to fucking hit some big punches on him. They won't do it, man. I wish they would overrule Dana. They won't. Never going to happen. I know it's never going to happen. I was saying that for fun, not because I believe that it was going to happen. You're making a lemon raspberry cheesecake. I'm so jealous of you, Zohan. That sounds amazing. The Fertitta brothers were gangsters, bro. I miss them. It was a good era when they were around. Khamzat kills Dricus in Africa, and that's not good for the UFC's market in Africa. Same concept, but it's not like the same as boxing. Also, Gane won the fight according to the scoring criteria. I don't know, man. Francis Ngannou is still technically a heavyweight champion, lineal heavyweight champ. Topuria versus Haney in boxing with MMA gloves. I would probably pick Topuria to lay him out. With MMA gloves, it changes the fight completely, bro. Boxers are good with the bigger gloves, but your distance is different, right? You have a 4-ounce or a 3-ounce UFC glove as opposed to a 10-ounce boxing glove. Bro, that changes things. Even if it's only by centimeters, that's a massive difference in range. Think there's anyone that can beat Khamzat in the middleweight division? I mean, Kyle Baraiho could be a really cool fight. Baraiho's kind of a hard matchup because he has really good jiu-jitsu. I like that fight a lot. To be honest, any crazy idea can happen with Dana at the helm. He won't work with Francis, though. Look how hard he went for Roundtree to go up in the rankings off a loss. Mediocrity is kind of out the window. It was an impressive performance, but yeah, like losing a fight normally doesn't give you a jump up the ranks. Dana banned Gane, returned to King Francis. They won't. Cannonier was doing good in the striking. I'm not saying I'm actually picking Baraiho. I'm just saying because of Baraiho's jiu-jitsu game, if he plays guard, it could make for an interesting fight. It could make for an interesting fight because of the guard potential there. I like that fight, low-key. It's kind of cool. Khalil Roundtree ranked 6 is just wrong. His best win is Smith, and he lost to Jacoby. His best performance is a loss to Alex Pereira in all actuality. You know, I have a bad feeling Anheliger is going to beat Alex Pereira, right? And I think a lot of you are thinking the same thing. Your younger brother's going to UFC Edmonton. Why is he not taking you, Ikavinsky? What the hell? He's not buying his brother's ticket? He's going on his own without you? Who the fuck is he going with? Good shit, Tom on winning 3.5K on 308. Topuria KO round 3 is money. Jan versus Topuria. I think Topuria would destroy him. The card this weekend is not bad, Jamie Ham. It's a decent Edmonton card. I would say Khamzat. I always fucked with this vibe and personality. I like Makhachev low-key. I like Kyle Baraiho. Oh, you live in America, East Canada. I get it, like Kavinsky. Okay. Stipe already refused to fight Tom or Pavlovich when Junkie pulled out. Well, if he pulls out again, then what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, Islam's low-key one of the funnier guys in the lightweight division, too. Kyle's cool as fuck. Moicano, yeah, he killed BSD and he doesn't get moved up the ranks at all. Topuria could struggle with like Movsar Evloev, maybe. You're more confident Alex beating Ank than I was with him beating Khalil and Yuri. Not Hill, though. He's a bum. Bro, I think that Ankalaev is going to wrestle against Pereira. He's going to set up takedowns with his striking. Yeah, Islam's definitely an underrated troll. Who give this guy black belt? Bro, Prime Jan and rookie Topuria be a weird fight. I don't know. If it's right now, I mean, Topuria's laying him out. Topuria will whoop Piotr Jan's ass, bro. Piotr Jan's too small. Piotr Jan's a little one. Islam versus Ilya would be dope for the pound-for-pound title, but I still think that Ilya needs at least 1 or 2 more defenses. I would say 2. I think Topuria would probably beat Lopez. I feel like he'd end up cracking him with a hard shot. That's pretty cool. How do you know Kai Kara-France in real life? Ankh looked okay against Rakic, but it's more about his fight IQ that I think gives him a chance versus Pereira. Like Rakic, say what you want about him. He fought to survive, whereas Pereira fights to win. And that could open up a counter shot KO for Ankalaev. He won't be able to wrestle for 5 rounds straight. And even then, I reckon Alex is better on the ground than people give him credit just because we haven't seen it. I think Ankalaev could knock him out, though. My guy, Jose Valedor, thank you for getting the Dono train running. I appreciate the $4.99. Love your channel. Love your card breakdowns as well. Keep doing your thing, and I'll be here for the ride. Let's go, Boars. Hey, Khamzat for the W, brother. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate you showing me a $4.99 Dono. You're a savage, dude. Thank you. Big fights this weekend. I'll be live for the whole card. I'm dropping a reaction video. I'm kind of bashing UFC 309 after this stream. I have the video already recorded and ready to go. I'll upload it when we finish here. Thank you for the $4.99. Ankalaev didn't look great against Rakic, but you got to be honest, though. Rakic was running. Pereira is going to sit and fight him. And I think if you sit and fight Ankalaev, he can box well. No, I wouldn't let Khamzat have my kids, for God's sake. I look like John Wayne Gacy. That's funny as fuck. I was going for the Joker. Ibo Aslan, scary, bro. I will fight. Be champ. I win. I have Turkish power. Everyone run from me. Warrior MMA, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate you, Warrior. KZ, back on top. Thank you for being a member again, buddy. All hail Chimaev. All hail. Bro, I was joking. I love how you answer that. It's funny as fuck. I knew you were joking around, Jamie. KO everybody. KO all of them. Yeah, Aslan Menafield, I'm in. AJ versus Dana coming to you live at UFC Tampa. That's funny as fuck. Yeah, I'm doing members Thursday, useless. I'm thinking about doing late night live this week. I haven't been doing it lately, but I might pull through. I might do late night live because, you know, fuck it. Why not? Why is 309? Do you think Alex versus Tom is going to happen? I don't know. 309's a letdown, but Alex versus Tom is a fun pipe dream. If Jones and Stipe retire, probably Alex versus Tom. I hope Khamzat gets the title fight, but I got a bad feeling they might give it to Strickland. Bro, Khamzat with the chill vibe is better. Mirzakhanov versus Nikita Krylov is one of the best fights on UFC 309, but it's on the fucking prelims. Damn, Talmo. I hope you get your bank account set. Chimaev to feature in the first 2 versus 1 UFC fight. That's funny. Rufy versus James Yontop was announced. That's kind of a cool fight. I'm going to pick Rufy to win. Yontop's a good scrapper, but Rufy's going to be way too clean. Guys, we are at 57 likes. I want to see 60 likes up in here, so make sure you run the likes up. The goal for the stream is still going to be 100 likes as usual, but, you know, we got to run it up to 60 first. Aspinall would have a good chance to fuck up Poatan on the ground. I agree. Bro, Khamzat would have beat Nate Diaz so bad. Would have killed Nate Diaz's stock. You should be really grateful that fight didn't come to fruition. Yeah, Khamzat's cardio thing is overblown. It's just he would fight with all of himself and just go crazy and gas a bit. He looked more calculated. He was more patient with Rob Whittaker. He still was quick on the takedown, but more patient overall. Only a handful of fights through the year that I have undoubtable confidence in, which I never end up wrong on. Ankalaev, Pikaraev is one of them. Fam wins. Ankle Pikaraev. So you're saying Ankalaev's going to win? Ankle Pikaraev? I've never heard that nickname for him. Bro, Khamzat will beat the shit out of Leon. I think Khamzat's live to beat Dricus, yeah. I would pick Khamzat. The first 2 rounds. Man, just looked over 309 card, and the only fight I'm hyped for is the co-main. And let's be honest, the co-main event is a random rematch. It's an undeserved rematch. They'll get Cameron Simon a fight soon. Bro, I just want to shine the light on a certain fight that I don't think in the moment we process how fucking good it was. Zahuba Ribovics was incredible. Oh, yeah, it was incredible. It was dope. I love that fight. How do you become a member, Jose? I got you. One sec. If you want to become a member of the channel, I have a link that you can click on and become a member right there. Shara versus Michel Pereira. Shara by knockout. Michel Pereira would lose in like the second or third round. Khamzat Adesanya, not a good idea for Adesanya. Khamzat would destroy him. Adesanya's grappling is worse than Rob Whittaker's. Movzar versus Topuria. I think Movzar needs a marquee win, though, to earn a title fight. He doesn't deserve it now. Cameron Simon, Loughran next. Actually, not a bad matchup. I pick Simon. Loughran is fucking awful. Shara versus Kevin Holland. I completely agree. That's the fight I want to see. Michel Pereira's stock plummeted drastically. It looked like he could make a run towards the top 10 and potentially even get like a marquee fight versus like a Cannonier or even a fucking Costa. Now, absolutely not. Jose Valedor, thank you for becoming a member, my man. I appreciate you. Yeah, if we hit 100 likes, I'll definitely shadow box. We're kind of a ways away, though. We're 37 likes away from 100. There's over 100 people watching, but not everybody's clicking likes, man. Michelle to RoboCop. Michel Pereira and RoboCop is actually a sick fight. Yes. Anakin MMA, bro. Banger matchups, dude. Good matchmaking skills. I like where your head's at. Fuck yes. Shara versus MVP would be cool if MVP wants to go up to middleweight. Bro, you do need to make a Twitter, bro. I'm surprised you're not on Twitter. Michelle killed my parlay with non-existent cardio. He killed it for all of us, dude. If the UFC offered you a matchmaking job, would you take it? Only if I could keep doing YouTube. If not, I wouldn't want to. Nicolau and Despain really don't deserve roster spots at this point, and yeah, I'm cool with them getting cut. Specifically, Despain. I mean, Nicolau was in the top 10, but that's how the game goes. Bana, 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 bana. I don't want to be anything other. You know, I voted today, guys. I fucking voted. The name Despain irritates you. It irritates most of us. Despain's a frustrating one. Ilya is definitely the real BMF, but for whatever reason, championship fights don't have BMF belts on the line, even if the dude who wins is absolutely a BMF. Like, I get it for the Usman fight because Usman's more of a wrestler, but how the fuck is Topuria not in for the BMF convo? The worst rematch going now is Volk and Topuria. I completely agree. Lopez did kind of get punked by Volk. He shouldn't have let him walk in. Wait, who would I murder with one hand behind my back? Despain? He's a little too big for me. I think 309 is trash, yeah. I'm not trolling about that. I'm not just trying to get clicks. I'm being honest. I'm literally dropping a video how I feel that card is a disgrace. That video is coming at the end of the stream. I think so, Harnanov. You guys are guessing who I'm voting for? That's funny. I thought they would stack the UFC 309 undercard, considering they know people don't want Jones Stipe. You would think that, right? But nah. Pretty mid-card. Chris Barnett has not been released as far as I'm concerned. Volk should fight Diego Lopez. That would be sick, but they won't. You got a big bet on Trump to win the election at plus 120. Pacu, I think it's very live to win, bro. He's way ahead in the polls, and most people I know are Team Trump. Dude, I'm so hyped for Whataburger, Hernanov. It's going to be great. I probably voted against Trump to spite Dana. Listen, I'm not that spiteful, bro. Dana, his political opinions, I don't really have an issue with. I think, you know, he's a bit of a prick in certain aspects of the game of, you know, interviewing and shafting guys emotionally without having much evidence to back it. Like, I don't know. It's not really my type of arguer. I'm not a volatile arguer. I'm a fact-based arguer, and I bring my argument to the table in more of like a resourceful manner, right? Whereas he's more of like an emotional attack. Like, you're a bitch, you're a piece of shit, fuck you, and this and that. I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Whereas for me, I'm more on the side of like, okay, this happened and that happened. So that doesn't line up what you're saying with this happening. So I disagree with you. But I don't hate you because I disagree. I just disagree. I disagree with Dana White's handling of the Ngannou contract negotiation. And I disagree with Dana White's opinion on Francis Ngannou as a person, bro. I don't think Francis is a piece of shit. I don't. I don't believe that. Dana can't fucking say it. He can't talk from this high horse. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I didn't finish it, Hernanov, but the first 30 minutes are pretty good for JRE and Trump. What's worse, 297 or 309? Find out in my video that I'm dropping after this stream, because I do answer that question, Ultralight J. You can't cut Chris Barnett, not after his injury. You got to keep him for one more. Now, I voted earlier, B. Willie. I have it right here. Where is it? I got an undershirt on. Look at that. I voted, baby. You're voting nonpartisan. So you're saying you're voting for independents, Douglas? Bro, unfortunately, man, you're in a two-party system, and a vote for an independent is essentially a throwaway vote. I would just pick between the two big parties, dude. You don't have to agree with everything. You don't have to be like a fucking Kamala Harris or Dana White, like fucking Dana White or Donald Trump, like shill, like a fantasizer. You don't have to say I agree with everything. But I would say pick between the two that actually have a chance to win the fucking election, personally. Pick who you like more between the two. Doesn't have to be who you like most of the whole ballot. Because, bro, if you vote third party, it's a waste of time. Like, this is just the truth. It sucks to say, but it's a waste of fucking time, bro. It's a two-party system, bro. There ain't going to be no third party winning. You just throwing the vote away. You're like, I want to vote independent. Dog, RFK endorsed Trump. RFK was independent, former Democrat, right, and was running on his own, and he was a well-liked third-party candidate. He knew he had no chance of winning. So he said, you know what? I'm going to endorse the candidate who I think I line up with more. Does he agree with everything Trump says? Fuck no. Do we all agree with everything Trump says? No. Pick the one that you feel like you agree with more on. Doesn't mean you have to love him. How many times did UFC bent MSG? I think like 10. Ngannou would have made more in the UFC, but also saying that he's all about money was fucking hilarious. How can Dana say that? He's all about money, but he would have made more in the UFC, but he's all about money, so he left the UFC, but he would have made more here, and he's all about money. Facts, Warrior MMA. Listen, keeping the drag queens out of schools is something that I think is good. If you want to go watch them on your own time as an adult, that's your own business. Who gives a fuck? But not as a kid. You sent me a pic of the cheesecake. I'll check it out after the stream, bro. Too lazy to unlock my phone. Renat and Leal was a robbery, Drew. I just saw your comment now. Bum, 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 bum. RFK going to be president 2028. I would say low expectations, but maybe he'll be involved with whoever's running. I don't think it's likely that he becomes president. Nah, you're right. It's why I'm not voting. I see my candidate make a vow that I'm firmly against, so F it. Listen, if that's how you feel, Douglas, you do what feels right for you, man. Yeah, exactly. I feel like the drag queen school stuff is really weird. Like, it's just fucking weird, bro. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. It's provocative dancing. And it's dudes dressed as women, which you want to fucking do that. It's cool. Like, do whatever you want, bro. Life is about doing whatever you want. You like that shit? Do it. But I don't think kids should watch it. Same as kids shouldn't be able to watch strippers in school. Same as kids shouldn't be able to watch porn on fucking school computers. Trump has a 66% chance of winning, but I'm still worried. There is a Leal Renat level robbery. That's funny as fuck, Luis. Listen, Joe S., we got to buy time, man. We can still buy time. We can still get our bread up a little bit. Yeah, the judges suck. People really can't get past his voice. It's true shit. Do you see the weigh-in show on Khamzat, the UFC weigh-in show? I didn't watch it all. I just mostly watch the like actual official weigh-in, like on the scale, not the UFC show. Come on, guys. Let's get at least 100 likes. Listen to David Druett, guys. We're 26 likes away from the stream goal. Let's get 100 likes up in here. I got to dust off these hands. You guys want me to get that rusty at shadowboxing? Come on. We should have 108 likes for 108 watching. Actually, we got 114 watching. Do you think Topuria could be pound for pound GOAT one day? Definitely. His promise is high and he's only 27. Definitely. I like Topuria a lot. I think he has elite level skills. And if he can defend the belt a few times, I mean, shit, he could probably get better than he is right now. I can't imagine what he'll be like in 2 years. Did I hear what Josh Thompson said about Chimaev? I saw a quick clip of him just saying something about, it's because the injury to Rob. What if it would have went longer? Weighing in podcast, Josh Thompson said Izzy and Strickland deserve a title shot more than Khamzat. No fucking way. No fucking way. Weighing in podcast said that? My God. I didn't see that. No, I didn't know that was said. That's fucking insane. That's weird. It's delusional. Yeah, Josh Thompson is a Khamzat hater. Want to see some more defense in your shadow box? Hey, I got you, Paku. Get the high guard up. I'll bring it. I'll bring it just for you, Paku. Let's go. Yeah, Josh Thompson sounds like he hates Chimaev. That's fucking embarrassing, bro. Why does he hate Khamzat so much? Maybe he's hanging around Cowboy Cerrone hating the Russians or something. Khamzat handling Rob like that makes me think he's going to be a GOAT. He definitely looked like a monster. Yeah, Josh Thompson, when he went over to Bellator, man, I don't know. He fell apart. I don't know where his opinions are at. I disagree. I think that's lunacy to say that Khamzat doesn't deserve a title shot. He obviously deserves a title shot. He literally beat Rob Whittaker easy. He's scared of Khabib's legacy being leaked by Chimaev. That's so fucking weird. That's so fucking weird. That's cringy, actually. That's strange. Yeah, him and Shah not being able to fight in the U.S. does suck. 40K subscribers, bro. We're probably going to hit 40K subscribers in the next week. I'm so excited, bro. We're at 39,300. Hey, Jared H., I got you, my man. Much love. The great sense of humor helps everything, Jared. You can't get a title shot if you can't come to the U.S. Listen, if Trump wins, Khamzat's getting a title shot. Because Trump will get Khamzat into America. Trust me. If you want to see Khamzat fight in America, you're voting Trump. That's how you base it. As a UFC fan, that's what you're basing it on. I use OBS Studio and I use a Elgato webcam. It's all about lighting, bro. The webcam looks really clean with good lighting. People think that he cheated with the weigh-in. That's crazy, bro. That's his Khamzat hate cope. Hey, enjoy your food, useless. Fuck yeah. Till said Trump got him in the U.S. That's funny as fuck. We need to see Khamzat back in America. I would love, once I'm at 100,000 subs, we get Khamzat on a USA card and I get to watch him live. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to a live event, and I definitely want to go to a Khamzat fight. Khamzat's the fucking boy, lad. Darren Till is so washed now. I don't even, like, I hope Darren Till stays away from Khamzat. I can't wait for Chimaev or Shavkat or Topuria to approach 25-0 so we can have a legit GOAT conversation. I don't think they need to be 25-0 to be in the GOAT combo. Khabib's 30-0 record was filled with a lot of bums in Russia. Like, yeah, he's got a lot of wins, but like I base it more off UFC wins. Like, wins outside of the UFC are cool for the record fluff, but they don't really matter. Unless it's like you beat a PFL champ or a Bellator champ or some big name. Like, you know what I mean? Khamzat's a fan favorite for me this whole fucking time. I'm not jumping off the Khamzat train. I never jumped off the Khamzat train. I was a little upset with him when he pulled out of the first Rob fight. Khabib's first 15 fights are basically grocery store cashiers. That's funny as fuck. I don't think Khamzat would be flat in the U.S. because I think he'd come over early. If Topuria beats Volkanovski a second time and Diego Lopez, I feel like he's already in the GOAT conversation. I think we get Islam versus Armand in February. Yeah, Till fell off when he started beefing with Platinum. I don't know. Till doesn't think much. I mean, if you're watching a UFC fight in person, it's probably like section 1, like right in the center. Dagestan regional scene much stronger than American? Not at that time. Fuck no. Khabib fought a lot of bums. I'm not saying he doesn't fight one or two decent guys in the mix, but come on. The regional scene in general, though, is kind of trash because you have these LFA champions come on to Contender Series and end up looking like utter shit. Ilya versus Evloev would be sick, but I think Evloev needs to win another one. If he fucks up, though, Aljo, if he whoops Aljo's ass or if he finishes him, he could be in the title picture, too. But imagine Aljo beats Evloev, Aljo Topuria. You think Khamzat's better than Khabib at grappling? I mean, he looks more dominant as of right now. I don't know yet. I mean, Khabib's definitely a GOAT status. Eblen a snoozer? Johnny Eblen's decent, but I don't think he's the best middleweight in the world. I think those claims are kind of crazy. I saw Aljo say he thinks he could beat Topuria. Yeah. Didn't he also have face paint on? He was dressed like the Joker. He looked like a clown. Yeah, it was a clown take, to be honest. It was a clown fucking take. No way. I mean, Khabib right now has the stronger resume. It's like you can't say that right now Khamzat is higher up in the GOAT list than Khabib, but maybe in 2 years you can. Aljo's got nasty grappling for sure. I do think Johnny Eblen would struggle with Cannonier. It's a hard matchup for him. O'Malley gave Aljo CTE. Listen, O'Malley's also Aljo's always had that delusional confidence. He better not strike with Topuria, but he'll get fucked up in grappling by Topuria too. People act like Topuria has no grappling. The dude's a high-level grappler. Dude, no, he can't. He won't survive to a decision. He'll get knocked out. He might end up getting submitted. Topuria might end up choking him out just to make a fucking point. Aljo is not going to beat Topuria. I would be shocked to witness it. Khabib has a better resume, but Khamzat has better grappling skill. Fair point. Of course, a former champ's always going to have that delusional level of confidence. They better. You feel like Khabib faced strikers with style matchups where he can drown them and finish, where Khamzat has fought guys with great takedown defense and dominated most of them. Usman, Burns, Ikram, Whitaker. Fair point. I think eventually, I mean, if Khamzat captures gold, he could become, higher up on the GOAT list than Khabib. Yeah, when have you heard a fighter say that a guy would beat me? Exactly. Darren Till to Yoel Romero. Outside of that, no. Bro, Topuria just got the gift of being able to crack, man. He's heavy-handed. Does Khabib have a better resume? Burns, Usman, Whitaker? I mean, McGregor, Gaethje, Poirier, Edson Barboza, Michael Johnson. Shit, you're kind of onto something. If Khamzat goes out there and beats Dricus du Plessis, I mean, he does have, better names on the resume as far as his big wins go. No disrespect for Khabib either. I'm just saying, styles-wise, Khabib's resume wasn't threatening on the ground from his opponents. I get what you mean a lot. Khamzat Chimaev super fan. I get what you mean for sure. Moreno got the love handles at 125. I'm worried about my Moreno pick, seeing him look fat. I saw that too. We'll see on the scales, man. This could be a card where I pick flip on a couple with the fucking weigh-ins. I think bringing some imminent controversy. Nascimento supposedly coming in lighter with the new strength and conditioning coach. Brandon Moreno looking fat as fuck. We'll see. Guys, let's get 90 likes up in here. We're at 86 likes. Let's get 90 likes. Let's run it. Let's get that big 9-0. Yeah, Evelyn's sparring partners, compliments. Because of course your sparring partner is going to hype you up. Training partners always overhype their own guys. That's why it's my job to, find the truth. Umar becomes champ for sure, yeah. Yeah, I thought Albazi did lose to Kai Kara France, honestly. But who knows where Moreno's head's at. Depends what Moreno shows up. I don't have my lock yet. I'll tell you tomorrow. I do my locks on Wednesday, bro. I like to really sleep on it and make sure I got the lock locked in. Let's get to 100. Fuck yeah, MMA Flexpert. We're getting to 100 likes for sure. I don't think Albazi is better than Figure Pantoja. Fair. I thought the same. Hey, have a good shoulder workout, MMA Flexpert. 9 likes away from the shadow box. Let's make the shadow box happen. What do you rate this weekend's fight card? Did they use to be better back then? I think this fight card's pretty good. I mean, the cards in Canada are never amazing, but yeah, I'd say it's like a 7.5 out of 10. Munoz is my lock? I don't think so. I'm not locking somebody that's been 50-50 as of late. Fuck no. Hey, what's up, Jordan Harper? Give me a quick like. Thanks, bro. Hey, you're helping the people to see my shadow box at 100 likes. We're only 5 away. It angers me that Moreno's still ranked number 2. I hope he loses. Damn, bro. Why are you hating on Moreno? Why do you hate him ranked there? His only losses are the top 2 contenders. And before that, he was the champ. I feel like if Moreno shows up like kind of in prime form, I really believe that he can beat Albazi. I just worry that he could not have it anymore. Khamzat changed everything. Now I'm sure he'll be champ. I think he's going to be champ. Yeah, I think so. I still think Khamzat's a special one, man. Especially after his performance against Rob, it like reiterated, yes, he is the fucking special one. He is that motherfucker. You got Moreno. I picked Moreno. Not a super confident pick, but a pick. I'm worried about the love handles. We'll see. Albazi's one of the stronger guys at 125, though. It's just, when does Moreno really get wrestle fucked, you know? I think it's a competitive fight. Close back and forth. I'm favoring Moreno to win by a tad. Landed a bit more. Higher volume. Little bit higher pace. Beats Albazi on the cards. Close decision. Not a washout. 6 likes away from the goal. Let's go, baby. Let's shadow box. My hands are ready to move, guys. My hands are ready to fly, bro. The fisticuffs are ready, bro. People want to see it. 6 likes need to happen for us to pull through. I'll give you guys a double down. We'll do a Ribskis and a shadow box all in one. A savage mode call. And we're at 39,326 subscribers. The goal for the stream is going to be 39,328. So let's see if we can gain 2 new subscribers. I don't know if Moreno's lacking motivation. I guess his physique says yes, but I don't know. Topuria Islam. I have a weird feeling Topuria would pull that out, but I need to see him in a couple more fights at 45 before I really push that. Kyle Barrio is a cool matchup for Khamzat because of his jiu-jitsu skill, and if he doesn't give up his back and he survives, like shit, he could be live late. I think that'd be a competitive fight. If you had to choose a fighter to beat Ilya by the end of 2025, who would you choose? Yeah, probably Gene Silva. I'd want another impressive striker. I hope it's not Movsar Evloev. Evloev is just not fun enough for me. His style doesn't excite me enough. Very much like decision-based. He picks his shots nicely. He times takedowns when need be, but he's not very entertaining. Hey, Ty Bets hitting the road, man. Good shit. I got fire picks for you. Don't worry, Ty. Your favorite fighter as of late is Chris Taco Padilla. He's definitely one of the more underrated guys. He surprises me every time. You think 40K is going to happen on your birthday? I think it's live before my birthday. I think we'll be well past it by my B-day. We might be on the way to 41K by my birthday. I agree that Usman and Burns are way better grapplers than the likes of Connor, Dustin, Justin. Just a counter argument. Love Khamzat. What he did to Usman is in the first round was insane. Yeah, his control in round one was crazy. My birthday is November 12th, bro. So, like 2 weeks. I'm going to be 26, dude. The big 2-6. That's pretty insane, bro. I'm more than halfway done with my 20s. That's wild. But I'm happy, man. I got to say, like, I never feared growing up. I really enjoy, like, living and learning, right? Because, like, every year that goes by is a year of learning new things, a year of getting better at stuff, whether it's workouts in the gym or even, like, understanding MMA to a deeper degree. I think, like, now versus when I first started the channel, I am a way better analyst, man. You didn't agree with the UFC releasing Nicolau? I'm fine with it. You're turning 27 on the 19th. Hey, happy early birthday, KZ. Happy early birthday. 27's a great age, man. 100K by the end of next year? Fuck yeah, bro. Especially with these opinion/reaction videos coming. I know that they're going to pop and there's going to be a viral one that runs up past 100,000 views. I feel it in my bones, yo. You should be happy, bro, at your whole vibe and reason I'm a fan. Thanks, MMA Flexpert. I appreciate you, dude. We're 3 likes away from 100. Can we just hit 100? It's like stressing me out seeing 3 likes away. My most hated number is 3 likes away from it. It's like, come on. It's like we're way too close not to hit it. I really want a shadow box for you guys. 26 is young as fuck, bro. Thanks, Useless. Hell yeah. I agree with that, man. Especially like as I've become an adult, I have like friends of all different ages from the gym, especially like I got buddies of mine that are in their mid-50s, bro. I got 60-year-old friends. Love your analysis, AJ. Best in the game. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate you a lot. In 2016, you got gifted McGregor versus Alvarez on your B-Day. Yes, I did. Too many toxic channels, MMA, LOL. You got your own style that's more lighthearted, but good analysis and great live play. Thanks, MMA Flexpert. And I'm still dropping base takes when I really feel some type of way. And that's why tonight's video I'm dropping after this stream is a base take video. Like, I don't often destroy a card and say that it's, you know, disgraceful. But for 309, I have valid reasons to be disappointed as a fan. And I think we all should kind of be annoyed. Guys, I'm going to shadow box. Somebody in chat say shadow box time, and I'll put you on the screen and shout you out. I'm going to shadow box and rip for the people. So somebody type it, whoever wants to shout out. The first one gets the shout out. Nice little light rip. Nicholas Daniel, shadow box time. And he put some motion in it. I love it. Shout out Nicholas Daniel, the first one up and the one who's getting a shout out. But I appreciate all you savages for dropping the love and saying shadow box. Listen, it's time for me to bring the heat. Paku asked for more head movement, so I'll bring it. The hat goes crazy, man. The hat almost falls off, bro. Whew. That was hard. That's always hard, man. The fucking hat is always shaking. Whew. Bro, the hat is not tight because my hair. My hair is long, man. My striking is worse than Herbert Burns. That's funny. I'll reveal the hair if we hit 50,000 this year. That's kind of my style. If we hit 50,000 this year, if not, I'll set a new goal for next year. Very possible to pull it off, though. Very possible. Ooh, those elbows were fire, right? Yeah. My Muay Thai elbows always came very natural. Especially because I got like a sharp point here. McGregor, stand your base. My McGregor impression ain't it. 50K is coming, bro. Facts, Joe S. Those heavy bag with a stands are fine. They're not great. It's better to have one on a swivel, but they do the job. I've talked about getting one for the stream. More just because it'd be funny. Moreno, on the other hand, unlike Whitaker, has lost half his fights in the past 4 years since earning his first shot at Figgy, yet miraculously remains a single win away from like his 5th title shot. If he beats Albazi, he's not getting a title fight. The 309 bout order is weird. Hopefully they change things, but the card as of right now is looking subpar. Listen, maybe my video gets some real traction. The UFC sees it and blesses us with one more fight in a different bout order. I don't know. We might as well try. 40,000 subscribers nearly. Got to at least put out the word that 309 is a disgrace. And that's what I did. Nah, bro, the Shara Bullet double spinning back fist is crazy. I'm not Shara Bullet level, dude. I agree. Even though Weidman's a former champ, he's a prelim guy at this point. I completely agree, bro. I don't think you're wrong for saying that. Bro, stacking up UFC 309 with recent pay-per-views, I think it's a letdown. Jones Stipe is a disgrace. Bro, Tom Aspinall is the damn interim champ with a title defense, and Stipe hasn't fought in 3.5 years. Do Bronx and Chandler is an undeserved rematch. I mean, it's a cool fight, but come on. You know what I mean? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, when DC asked Anheliger to speak English, that was great. Smart move, though. Get a call out in English is better. If he learned it well, he's like, Pereira, fight me. That's all he needed to say. Pereira, fight me. You look like Van Damme from the movie Quest yesterday, where he had the clown face painted hat. That's funny as hell, Afro Wave. I haven't even seen that movie. Damn. So you're saying I'm missing out on a good film. Who does Pereira fight next? Probably Ankalaev. But if John Jones and Stipe double retire, I wouldn't be surprised if Pereira ends up fighting Aspinall. There's a world where that happens. I have a feeling that it's live. Stipe versus Jones is not exciting to me at all. Like, there are no stakes, even though it's a title fight. I mean, there's still stakes, but I don't know. I'm not into it. I'm sentimental to Game Dog, but for me, I just would want to see the best fight for the belt. If Jones and Stipe were fighting and the belt wasn't a factor, it's a different conversation. Yeah, Deniz versus Lewis is going to be crazy, man. If Deniz beats Lewis, it's going to be insane. Apparently, both Pereira and Aspinall got fight news. Could they be fighting each other? Definitely a possibility, which would be crazy, especially with the likelihood of the double retirement. That becomes the start of the new heavyweight championship run. The winner of that then is blown up huge. It's a smart move. What's up with interviewing Holloway after a knockout and making him do press? Yeah, that was kind of rough. I don't know. Cormier wanted to interview him. I never watched Bloodsport. Nah, I didn't talk about that Spotlight kid. I thought it was kind of weird. He was definitely concussed. He was upset too. Never having been knocked out, but they had him do it. He chose to do the press conference? Okay, fair point then, Warrior. Pereira, don't run away from me. If he would have said it all straight, though, it would have been way better. The way he did it was, I guess, fine. Jones' career wouldn't be tarnished if he didn't fight Tom, but he didn't fight Ngannou and he doesn't fight Tom. I would say letdown for us fans. For me, I'd be disappointed. Yeah, winner of Gane Volkov wouldn't be it. If Jones retires, they're going to do the Pereira-Aspinall fight. They have to. It's the only sensible option. Dana has always made passing the torch fights with idols that has passed their prime and fed young prospects to finish their legacy and build a new star. But with Jones, it's been different. It definitely has. He's gotten special treatment from the UFC, which makes sense as he's considered the GOAT. And because Ngannou left the UFC, they're like trying to protect Jones more to sell that he's the best. He chose to do it with a concussed brain thinking. Fair point, Spotlight Kid. Can he really give consent with a concussion? Interesting. Jones ain't fighting Aspinall. I know, that's kind of the consensus. That's what most people feel. If Alberg gets derailed at light heavyweight, I wonder if it would be wise to press his luck against the likes of Spivak and Tybura and Jelton. I don't love his chances at, I don't know. I guess maybe, but I'm focused on him at light heavyweight. I can't really imagine a heavyweight Carlos Alberg right now. Not that he'd do awful, but I just want to see him try and thrive at 205 before we can even consider him moving up, bro. You know what I mean? You think Max is permanently concussed? There's still Vakitov in the mix. Vakitov is not in the mix, bro. He needs to win a UFC fight first. Sure, he won a Contender Series fight. Great, but he needs to win a UFC fight, and he needs to win a handful of them before he's in the talks of a title fight. If he wins 3 straight UFC fights, yeah, he's in the mix. If he goes out there and wins in the debut, wins one more, and then gets an impressive fight in the next one, and they kind of give him the fast track, sure. But Alex Pereira and him fighting in MMA, I think it's possible, but Vakitov's got to do the work now. He's got to prove that he's up there. I'm going to say Derek Lewis does not retire on Saturday. No, I don't think so. I think he'll stick around, win or lose. I don't think he's ready to call it yet. I think he's still got, I don't know, he's still got a bit of fight left in him, regardless of the outcome. I got to check something real quick on the video. Just want to make sure it loaded in properly. What do you think, Steve? Oh, yeah, this video is going to be heat. I'm excited to drop this video. I think I'm going to drop it now. So if you guys don't know, I have a video. It's called UFC 309 is a disgrace. And I discuss why I think it's a massive letdown. I pretty much talk about all the key points of why I don't love it as a card. And I also, elaborate on the illegitimate heavyweight title on the line in the main event. Definitely check it out. I just published it, and I've been doing more of these news/reaction opinion type videos, and expect me to continue them. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I am going to put the link to this video up. UFC 309 is a disgrace video. All right. Boom and boom. The video is up on the channel. You guys should all check it out. I think it's a good one. Definitely a must watch if you're a fan of the fight game. I'll make sure the link's working. If you guys haven't, make sure you all smash the damn like button and show me some love here. If you're new, subscribe to the channel and support. You're going to enjoy the daily content. Trust me. Definitely go run over to my latest video and give me your thoughts. I'll be doing a member stream on Thursday. Shout out to the Dono Train to close out the stream. Spotlight Kid, I appreciate you. Dono Train, toot up in here. Thank you for the $2, buddy. Check out my latest video. Drop some feedback. Go like it. Go drop a comment. Please give it a watch and a listen. I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy, especially if you enjoy my usual content flow. I appreciate you guys. Much love. See you all in the latest vid. And I'll see everybody tomorrow, too, with this week's Best MMA Bets and another live stream. The grind don't stop. We're back on every single day, and I can't wait. Thanks, guys. Peace out.